capital of South Vietnam, and a city well known to troops who have served or are serving with the headquarters of the Australian forces here in Vietnam. Despite years of war and numerous Viet Cong terror and rocket attacks, life goes on for the stoic Vietnamese civilians. The hub of all Australian service activities is located in Cholon, behind the imposing facade of the Free World Military Forces building. Here at his headquarters is the commander of the Australian Forces, Major General A.L. Macdonald.
I welcome this opportunity of speaking to you on behalf of the Australian force in Vietnam. I want you to know that members of the force are doing a fine job, despite the difficulties and hazards of service here. They are an excellent heart, and the morale is superb, and I firmly believe this is due in large part to the wonderful support given to the force by people in Australia. I particularly wish to thank the families and others close to members of the force for your understanding and forbearance in this period of separation. Your ready acceptance of the many difficulties and perhaps sorrows inevitable in the absence of your husbands or sons has done much to maintain their spirits. We are grateful too for the efforts of the many organisations and groups, too numerous to mention individually, who have devoted their time and money towards providing amenities and other assistance to the force. It is most reassuring to know that you in Australia have at heart the continued well-being of our sailors, soldiers and airmen. Finally, I wish you all a happy Christmas, and I join with you in the hope that the new year will bring peace to this troubled country.
Dodging traffic is one of the hazards of Saigon. This is Corporal Allan Pullen of Mile End, South Australia, and Lance Corporal Allan Cook of Brookland Park.
Hello, Darwin. Gee, I wish I could be with you at this time. I wish I could be with you right now. It's time I'd like to be here. Still, I'll be home with you in an hour and a half in January, so it'll be okay then. Say hello to Mum and Dad for me, and to Chris, Malky and Rosie, and give Cindy a bark for me, and I'll see you again in an hour and a half, okay? Well, although I cannot be home in body, I'd like to be with you, and so I've had this opportunity of wishing my wife a very Merry Christmas, hello darling, and a special cheerio to all my folks back home and all my friends. And we'll see you very soon. I'll be home an hour and a half next month, I hope, with a bit of luck. See you then.
The majority of the 8,000 Australian servicemen in Vietnam see little or nothing of Saigon. At Nui Dat, about 40 miles southeast of the capital, is the operational base for the 1st Australian Task Force. It's home for about 5,000 officers and men. From Nui Dat are launched the operations against the enemy in Phuc Tui and the neighbouring provinces. The commander of the task force is Brigadier Sandy Pearson.
On behalf of all the soldiers of this task force, I would like to wish everyone in Australia a very Merry Christmas. Every one of us would very much love to be home with our families on this particular day. This is not possible, and the best we can do is to think of you and to think of you all getting together and thinking of us on this day. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank all the people of Australia for the support, both in the material and spiritual kind, that they're giving to the soldiers of this task force. We all appreciate very much the various groups that are doing their utmost to provide us with a lot of the comforts and other material things that we miss from our normal home life. Again, a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to everyone in Australia.
Number 5, fire.
This is one of the 105 howitzers of 102 Field Battery at Nui Dat. There are 3 South Australians in this crew. Number 2 on the gun is Bombardier Tony King of Edwardstown.
Hi there, Mum. I hope everything's going well at home. I'd like to take this opportunity to wish you all a Merry Christmas. The same goes for the rest of the family. I hope you're not getting into too much of the grog, and leave some for me when I get home. All the best to all of you, and I hope you have a very Merry Christmas.
Gunner Allan Good comes from Flinders Park.
Just like to say, g'day Mum and Dad, 2 sisters, Chris and Wendy, Chris' fiance, Martin, still fighting fit. I'd like to wish you all a Merry Christmas, and save a few of the cans of that Cedric when I come home, eh?
Private John Carruth comes from Alice Springs, but his mother, Mrs. G.O.B. Brown, is at Narracourt.
Hello, Mum, and the sister Jen. Receiving your mail okay. Wish to Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and see you when I get home.
The battery commander of 102 Field Battery is Major Gavin Andrews. His wife Patricia and his small boy Lachlan are waiting for him at Sandgate, Brisbane.
To all relatives and friends of the members of 102 Field Battery, go my very sincere and best wishes this Christmas, and to my wife Patricia and son Lachlan, my very special thoughts will be with you today.
The men and vehicles of the C Squadron, 1st Armoured Regiment, have just returned from operations. Driving this vehicle is Lance Corporal Kevin Hunter of Seacombe Gardens.
I'd just like to say hello to Mum, Dad, Ron, Mick and family, and Angela, and wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I've just finished leave with George and he's looking well. And I got your photo, Angela. I just wish everyone a happy Christmas and a Merry New Year.
Trooper Russell Ware comes from Semaphore Park.
Hello, Mum and Dad, Barbara, Alison and Debbie. Just like to wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and hope I'll see you sometime in March.
Trooper Bob Lamond is from Adelaide.
Hello, Mum, Dad, Jim and Allan. I hope they have a good Christmas and a Happy New Year, and you're all keeping in good health. Wish I could be with you, but as things are, I can't make it, but be home in 8 months' time, which isn't too long, so see you all then, and I hope you all keep in good health until then. So.
And Corporal Jeff Bennett is from Reynella.
Rose, Trace and Dean, both mums and dads, and sister, Maureen and Ray, young brothers. I hope you all have a Merry Christmas. There's not much of a place over here to have one, but we'll live and bear it. A Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to everyone in South Oz. Wish I was home there with them, enjoying a bit of Christmas cheer.
A squadron of the 3rd Cavalry Regiment are equipped with armoured personnel carriers. Up here, the boys call them tracks. The crew commander of this one is Trooper John Ballantyne from Parkholme, South Australia.
Hi. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to Mum and Dad, sisters Jennifer and Pam, brother Chris, brother-in-law Sig, nephew Darren and niece Jackie. I'd also like to say the same for all of my friends and relatives in Adelaide. Hope I'll see you in February or March. Bye.
Trooper Tony Hermanson is from West Croydon.
Hello, Mum and Dad. I'd like to wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And I'd like to say hello to Marie, my fiancée. All my love, darling. I'll see you when I get home. I'd like to wish you also a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Men of the 1st Field Squadron, Royal Australian Engineers, work in support of the infantry soldiers on operations. This is Sapper John Tickle of Brighton.
How are you, Mum, Dad, Leonie and Chris? Just wish you a Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. I'm pretty well over here, as you can see. It's about all I can say for now. Just passing on to my mate.
Sapper Tony Ryan comes from Somerton Park.
How are you, Mum and Dad and all the kids? I'd like to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. That's about all I've got to say. I'll hand it over to my mate here.
And Sapper Derwin Haggie is from Wallaroo, South Australia.
How you going, love? Merry Christmas, and I hope you have a Happy New Year. I'd also like to say Merry Christmas to Mum and Dad and Helen, Annette and Glenn and Peter. And I'm very proud of Uncle Annette, and I hope to see my little niece when I come home in March. Thank you.
Sapper Wayne Veers is an electrician with 1 Field Squadron workshops. He comes from Woodville North.
Hello, Mum. I'd like to say Merry Christmas to you and to all the family. I can't mention them now because it's too numerous, and especially to me fiancée Joan. Wish you all the best, and to everyone else back in South Oz. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. See you soon. Ta-ta.
Sapper Brian Pryor is a member of the Crash Rescue Squad here at 161 Recce Flight at Nui Dat. He comes from 2 Wells in South Australia.
Hello, I'd like to say hello to Mum and Dad, Ray, Wayne, Lyndon and Mark, and all my friends at 2 Wells there. Hope you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and I'll be back there by the end of next football season to see the Bulldogs go top. I'd like to say goodbye to everyone and wish you a Merry Christmas.
When our camera visited 1st Battalion Royal Australian Regiment, we found 5th Platoon getting ready to go out on a patrol. The platoon commander is 2nd Lieutenant Chris Ford of Grange.
Hello, Mum. They grabbed me into this today, so I suppose I'd better give you a bit of a message. I want to say good day to you and Pete, just to let you know that I'm thinking of you. And to Tom, I'd like to get back there and get on the booze with you. We don't get too much of it over here. As you can see, they show us out in the bush all the time. It's a bit of a rough trot, and I suppose it's something we've got to do.
This is one of the mortar positions of the 1st Battalion Royal Australian Regiment at Nui Dat, and number 1 in the crew is Private Bill Gall of Elizabeth, South Australia.
Hello, Mum and Dad, and Hilary. I hope you have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and I'll see you all soon.
Number 2 in the crew is Private John Williams of Meningie.
Hello, Mum and Pop. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and I hope to see you in the new year.
Private Lyle Bilton comes from Renmark.
How you going, Mum and Dad? I'd just like to wish you Merry Christmas and all the boys at Nobby's Corner, and see you soon.
This is Private Mick Harvey of Morford Fall.
Hello, Diane. Be home shortly, and a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to you, and especially to Mum and Dad.
The commanding officer of the 1st Battalion Royal Australian Regiment in Vietnam is Lieutenant Colonel Phil Bennett, and his wife, Margaret, is waiting for him at Holsworthy.
On behalf of all of those men of the 1st Battalion who could not be included on this program, may I for them wish the mothers and fathers, their relatives and friends, particularly their girlfriends, a very happy Christmas. We're all thinking about you very sincerely on this special occasion. To all those many organisations, too numerous in fact to mention, could I thank you for the gift parcels, the books and the many kind wishes of support that we've all received. We appreciate it a great deal, and it's done a lot for the morale of this battalion. We thank you, and we have written to thank you. Those that have not been able to do so through duties and their commitment to operations join with me in expressing their gratitude for your generosity and thoughtfulness. To our wives and our relatives in Holsworthy, and those people who've done a wonderful job looking after our families while we've been away through the Australian Overseas Service Association, we are indeed thankful for the help throughout the year. We miss our families very much, and we're looking forward to coming home. To my own wife, Margaret, and my 3 children, my love and best wishes for a very happy Christmas Day.
This is one of the weapon pits in the lines of the 4th Battalion Royal Australian Regiment. The man behind the gun is Private Peter Thring of Torrensville.
Well, how you going there back home, Mum and Dad? I guess this is quite a surprise. Well, I certainly miss you over here. You never realise how much you miss the folks at home until you're away and you can't get home. I'll certainly be looking forward to the day I get home. I'd like to pass on Christmas greetings and Happy New Year to Mum and Dad and John and Jill and everybody else back home there. And I'm really looking forward to the day I get home. And by the way, Mum, I'll be going over to Hong Kong soon, in January, I hope. And if there's anything you need, just write over and I'll get it for you and send it home. And another thing, keep sending over the cakes and biscuits. I really appreciate them. It's one of the things you really appreciate over here. You can get almost anything else, but you can't get them. Well, by the way, I'd like to introduce another one of my mates from South Australia, Corporal Dean Faust from Ridgehaven.
Hi Judy, hope everything's okay, love. Mum, boys, also my mum and dad and grandmother, auntie and niece. Everything's going fine over here. I'd like to be home for Christmas with you, but
things will change shortly, I hope. I hope you all have a good Christmas. Have a few cans of Selic for me. More than a few, because I'll try and make up for it over here if I can. I won't be able to send you much home for Christmas, but I'll make up for it when I come home. Hope the kiddies are okay. Give them a big kiss and a hug for me. I'll see you soon, love.
The third member of this party is Private Cliff Seary from Appleton.
Hi, man. Hope you're having a nice Christmas over there. Boys covered just about everything. Keep up the biscuits, they're pretty good. I'll be sending you a present over later on. Hope you get it okay.
The Horseshoe is an outpost about 6,000 metres east of New Edat. Out here today, men of 4 hour have got a hot job. They're putting in new barbed wire defences. This young man is Darrell Ward, Private Darrell Ward of Gawler.
Hello, Mum and Dad. Want to wish us all a Merry Christmas. Marilyn, Lee. Look, Dad, looks like I'll be spending Christmas over here, so you better have me beer for me. And what about sending over a bottle of steam? Also, I want to say hello to me best girl and all that. Thanks, Cunt. So I'll give you a Christmas kiss, love. How's that? I bet that's a beauty. I send us one back too. But Dad, don't forget that bottle of steam, whatever you do. Thanks a lot, folks.
This position on the Horseshoe is occupied by a 6th platoon of 4 RAR. Corporal Ken Knowles of Elizabeth has a wife and 3 children waiting for him.
Hello, Rhonda, Margaret, Robert, Andrew, Mum, Dad, Pat. Hope you're enjoying your Christmas. You have a happy New Year. And you feel as good as I do just now. I'm pretty right. I hope you are too. I'd like you all to enjoy your presents, especially you, Margaret, and you, Robert, and Andrew. Be good for your mummy, and be good boys and girls all the time. I'd like to introduce you to Charlie Elu from Edwardstown, South Australia.
Thank you. Dad, I would like to say a very happy Christmas to you, Mum, and to all my brothers and sisters, and also to Margaret, and all members of the family, and I hope to be home very soon.
Returning to their base on the Horseshoe is a patrol from 5 platoon of 4 battalion, the Royal Australian Regiment. They've been out for 3 days.
I'm Lance Corporal Hans Flair from Prospect, South Australia. I'd like to take this opportunity to send Christmas greetings and greetings for the New Year to my mother, to my father, and to all friends of the family. I'll now hand you over to Private Richard Scull from Prospect also.
Well, I haven't got long, but I'd like to wish my mum, Dad, and brother Neville a very Merry Christmas, and also send a special Christmas greeting to my fiancée Sharon. Wish I could be with you all this year, but you'll just have to wait until 1969. Until then, I'll see you later.
The commanding officer of the 4th Battalion Royal Australian Regiment is Lieutenant Colonel Lee Greville. His family, his wife and 4 children are waiting for him in Hamilton, Brisbane.
I wish to extend Christmas greeting to all those families of the officers and men of my battalion, on behalf of us here in Vietnam. I speak for those husbands, sweethearts and fathers who may not get this wonderful opportunity to send their personal messages. We would all love to be with you over this festive period. We will be thinking of you, and we all hope you have a wonderful Christmas. So my Christmas message to you is this: your men are in good health, are wonderfully fit, and I'm very proud of them. Be of good spirit, keep your letters and messages in a vein which reflects that spirit, and you'll be making a very worthwhile contribution to their welfare, their effectiveness, and their safety. A happy Christmas to you all. To my wife Peggy, my children Richard, Virginia, Andrew and Jamie, I send my love and wish that you have a wonderfully enjoyable holiday at the beach, and that Christmas is an exciting and happy time for you all.
Fire Support Base Lion is typical of the position, set up to provide quick and accurate support for the infantry soldiers on operation.
A detachment of the 131 Divisional Locating Battery operates radar equipment here on Fire Support Base Lion. This is Gunner Philip Sheedy from Port Lincoln.
Hey, Mum and Dad, Chris and Sue. Merry Christmas. I'll be seeing you all in about 30 days' time. Thanks for all the mail and the parcels you've been sending up. I'll see you in about 30 days.
Lance Bombardier Eric Thompson is from Para Hills.
Hello, Mum and Dad, Jan, and all their family.
I'll be seeing you just after Christmas, 51 days to be exact. By the time you get this message, I wish you all a happy Christmas and, you know, happy New Year and all that. I'm fine. Thanks for all the presents and the cards and everything you sent up. I'll see you later on. Bye.
At Operational Fire Support Base Flinders, the 105mm howitzers of the 1st Field Regiment, supplied by American Chinook transport helicopters, are on call to back infantry troops in action. Next to their rifles, the field guns are the foot soldiers' best friend and one of the main reasons for the defection of the Viet Cong.
The building of sandbag emplacements to protect the guns is back-breaking work here in Vietnam. In this party is Gunner Robert Booker of Plimpton Park.
Hello, Mum, Dad, Cal, Janice and Clippy, to the Nans of Clement Street, and to you and all the relations, I like to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And a special mention to Rosemary. I'll be home in early May, so I have a couple of cold bottles in the fridge for me.
Gunner John Smith is from Unley.
Good day, Mum and Dad. Glad to have this opportunity to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and especially all my love to my fiancée Barbara. I'd like to be able to mention all my relatives and friends individually, but I can't, so the best wishes to you all.
From Woomera, South Australia, is Gunner Frank Corcoran.
Mum and Dad, John and Keith and Mary Ann, everybody else up in Woomera, I'd like to wish you a Merry Christmas and all the best for the new year. I'll be home around about the beginning of May, and could be very big. See you later.
And the 4th member of this party is Gunner Ken Swartz from Berry.
Hello, Mum, Dad, Warren, Claire and Joy, and also a special hello to Daphne. I'm pretty well over here, and I hope that everyone is pretty well back home. I'd like to wish you all a very happy Christmas and New Year, and I'll be looking forward to seeing you all in a few months' time. Thank you.
In villages such as Long Tuan, another war, a war against poverty and disease, is being fought.
Every day in the Phuoc Tuy province, Australian medical teams from the Civic Action Unit are treating villages. This one at the village of Long Tuan is headed up by Major Ray Atkinson of Parramatta.
Hello, darling. Hello, boys. All the best for Christmas.
This compound is a veritable fort. It is manned predominantly by Montagnard troops who are advised by an Australian mobile advisory team. Its task is to provide the security for the new settlement village of Apsuine in the distance. It's playtime here at Apsuine State School. The school itself, the school building and the play equipment were provided by the Civil Affairs Unit of the Australian Task Force. Schoolhouses are not much good without books and pencils, crayons and this sort of thing, so the members of the Civic Action team from Nuidat distribute these things from time to time. Sergeant Dong is an interpreter, Vietnamese interpreter, working with the Civic Affairs Unit.
I myself and to the teachers, here's a representative for the children. Here's a thank you very much for your thing.
Something new is appearing on the skyline in Vietnam. They're good old Australian windmills, and one of the men who's helping to build them is Corporal Ray Hames of Woodville South.
Hello, Mum, and the rest of the family. I hope you're all well, as I'm very fine. Enjoying the life up here, but it's only back in Australia. Anyway, have a happy Christmas and very happy New Year.
It's relaxing time under the rubber trees at Nuidat. Warrant Officer Ern Hayden's family are waiting for him at Warradale, South Australia.
Hello, sweetheart. It's good to be able to wish you a Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year. Give the love to all the kids, and I'm sincerely looking forward to see you early in February on my R&R. At the present time, I'm fit and well. All the very best. Lots of love.
Sergeant Trevor Hunt comes from Apple Park.
G'day, Ray, Shane, Sharon, Kim. Sorry I won't be home with you at Christmas, but the best of luck for Christmas and a Happy New Year. Love to all.
Private Michael Harris comes from Rosewater.
Hi, Mum, Dad and family. Feeling all right? Hope you are too.
Hope to see you just after Christmas. Got about 107 days to go. Wish you Merry Christmas.
And Private Nigel James's family is at Salisbury North.
Hi, Mum, Dad, family. Wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Hope to see you all just after Christmas. Got about 100 days left to go now.
At Vung Tau on the South China Sea, the Australian Logistics Support Group is located.
The control office of the 2nd Advanced Ordnance Depot at Vung Tau controls the issue and receipt of restores for the Australian Army in Vietnam. Private Richard D. Pasquale is from Windsor Gardens.
Hello, Mum. I wish you a very happy Christmas this year. I'm sorry I can't be over there with you, but in a few months I'll be home soon.
Thousands of tons of stores are handled here at the 2nd Advanced Ordnance Depot at Vung Tau. Driving the forklift is Private Chris Beck from Ardrossan.
Hello, Mum, Dad, David. I'd like to wish you a very Merry Christmas. I miss you all, and I suppose it won't be long and I'll be home with you.
Warrant Officer John Hammond's family lives at Woodville South.
Merry Christmas to you, love, and to Jamie and Craig, and I hope you have a happy day, and I'll see you soon.
Corporal Ben Vanderflag is from Maricourt.
Merry Christmas, darling. I'd like to say this. I wish you a Happy New Year, and I'll be home soon to see you.
And Private John White is from Para Hills.
Merry Christmas, Mum and Dad, Sarah Jane, and I'll see you in a few months. Okay.
The task of the Royal Australian Electrical and Mechanical Engineers is to keep the machines of war rolling. Working on this forklift truck is craftsman Ian Perry from Elizabeth East.
Hello, Jill, love. I'm okay up here. Should be home soon. Mum, Dad. Well, hello, everybody. I'm pretty fit. All right. I'll see you soon.
Working with him is craftsman David Kohler from Port Augusta.
Hello, Bridget. And Mum and Dad, how are you? Things are pretty well up here. Having a bit of fun, mucking about. I'll be home soon, I hope. Glad to see you then.
Maintenancing a 105mm howitzer is craftsman Brian Carlisle. His wife Joan is waiting for him in Glenelg, South Australia.
Hello, John. Just dropping in to say Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to yourself, all the family at Glenelg, Mum and Dad and Hazel at Daw Park. I'm doing fine over here, no problems at all. It's great work working on guns. It's one thing I've always wanted to do. So, I'll be looking forward to seeing you, love, in Hong Kong in March.
The provisioning of our troops in the field is the responsibility of 5 Company Royal Australian Army Service Corps. This is Sergeant Ron Brock. His wife Anne and 3 young daughters are waiting for him in Greenacres.
Hello, Anne, and Karen, Yvonne, Heather. How are you all going back there? And hope you all have a Merry Christmas, and I should see you early in the new year.
Corporal Butch Thompson comes from Hillcrest.
Hi, Jen, Adam. Hope you have a Merry Christmas with that. As well as everybody else in Adelaide, all our friends.
Packing area for 176 Air Dispatch Company. These 105mm shells are being prepared for lifting by helicopter. Corporal Ray Martin is from Port Augusta.
Hello, Mum and Dad. I'd like to say, wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I'd like to say that everything over here is fine, and, well, I'm all right in that. Also like to say hi to Jan, hope she's all right. Also, Mum and Dad. Well, that's about all I can say. I only hope it's all's well back home.
His offsider is Private Ron Hughes from Baraka.
Hello, Dad, Peg, and all the rest at Glenvar. I'm a bit stuck for words at the moment, but anyway, I should be home pretty soon. Another 3 months. I'll see it all through. Well, anyway, I'll wish you all Merry Christmas and a good Scottish New Year. That's about all I have to say.
86 Transport Platoon are the boys who run the convoys between Vung Tau and Nui Dat. The driver of this truck is Corporal Roy Majuri of Watervale.
I'd like to send a Christmas message home to my wife, Elaine, 2 sons, Wayne and Scott, and my parents-in-law. Hello, darling. How are you? Won't be long before I'm home now.
Corporal Reg
I'll see you then.
is from Ridgehaven.
I'd like to spend a special Christmas message to my wife, Nell, and to my children, Valletta, Jeanette, Reg, and Joyce. To Joyce, Jack, Reg, my brother Murray, if he's listening in, Kit, Pat, Anne, Jimmy, and Johnny, and all the friends back home. And I'd like to send a special call to the women of the Women's Auxiliary from Tea Gully, who so graciously sent up parcels to us here. That's about all from me, and most of you folks remember John Jebb from Athelston. Well, he's with us on this trip, so I'll hand over to him now as he'd like to say a few words to his people.
Well, thanks a lot, Reg. I'd like to say Merry Christmas to my wife, Jewel, and my two children, Mike and Jenny, and also Mum and Dad, Sue and Mary. I wish you all the best for Christmas, and save me a bit of that Christmas chicken, and I'll be home to see you in 5 days' time.
A game of cards helps to pass the time for these patients at the 1st Australian Field Hospital at Bung Tower. This is Corporal Michael Chapman from the Grange, South Australia.
Hello, Mum. All my friends at home, South Australia, I'd like to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year. I'd like to thank you all very much for the very kind letters, and also for the little bunch of goodies such as parcels, etc., which I've greatly appreciated with you sending them to me. All I've got to say is thank you very much, and I must say greatly appreciate it. I also hope that you all have a very happy Christmas and a very happy New Year, and I'll see you about February sometime. Bye for now.
One of the medical orderlies at the 1st Australian Field Hospital at Bung Tower is Private John Hector from Jamestown.
Hello, folks. They've given me this opportunity to wish you all a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And looks like I had a bit of a ball home on R&R this month. So I hope to see you early next year, at March sometime. So then, bye for now.
Another of the lads who does a good job of looking after the patients at Bung Tower is Private Terry Hill from Norwood.
Well, hello there, Glenn, Pop, Mark and Roy. I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a sincere Happy New Year. Also, I'd like to say hello to my girlfriend, Tammy, Cheryl, and the rest of the gang down in South Australia. I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. At the same time, all the fellows at the Oriental Hotel, I wish you a Merry Christmas.
Here at the Peter Badco Club at Bung Tower, the war seems a long way away. Named after Major Peter Badco, VC, the club, and in particular the swimming pool, provides a welcome break for servicemen on a 2-day pass from operations further up country in Puktui. Sergeant Herbie Ross is a physical training instructor here at the pool. Part of his job is to help injured soldiers back on the road to recovery. He comes from Annandale.
Hi, honey, how are you? Long time no see, however, I'll be with you shortly. Hello to David, Leanne, and Mum, Dad, everyone down there at home. Just how are you going? This is a big shock to me. I didn't really think that I'd be able to do this, but here I am. I hope everything's okay at home, and please look after yourself. I'd like to say hello to all the fellas that have come through the pool on physiotherapy. Hope you're getting on all right now, chaps, and no troubles. If I ever get to your place, I hope I'll see you real soon. Merry Christmas, honey. Thank you very much.
One of the physical training instructors here at the Badco pool is Sergeant Trevor Maxwell from Glenelg.
Hello, Mum and Dad. Everyone else at home. Hope you're all keeping well. I'm pretty good.
Most of the troops serving in Vietnam get the opportunity for a few days' relaxation on the beach at Bung Tower. It may not be Bondi, but it provides a well-earned break. The amenities of the beachside resort have been largely provided by donations from the people of Australia.
Corporal Doug Kokiki is convalescing after a bout in hospital. He comes from Clarence Park.
Well, hello, Mum and Dad, and everyone else at home. I'd just like to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and special Christmas greetings to Lynn. I know you're watching now. I hope you have a happy Christmas, and I'll be home soon in the new year. So until then, bye-bye.